I'm back at it for our most popular segment, Q&A, and I got a great question from a massage therapist in Pennsylvania that's just dealing with a lot of nonsense from clients that want to talk about social issues, politics, ask uncomfortable questions, and really pry into their personal life. So in this episode, I dive into how to address this issue properly, share some insights on how to avoid the issue, and lastly, give you the permission to get rid of those troublesome clients without worrying, and even change your mindset along the idea that you can get rid of these pain in the ass clients and only work with the people that you want to work with so you can be happier, healthier, and help more people. Hope you enjoy the show. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soft Tissue Revolution podcast, where we teach massage therapists a new treatment system that focuses on working smarter, not harder, allowing them to cut their treatment times by 50% so they can stay healthy and help more people get out of pain. Dr. Matt Maggio here. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the podcast. So Q&A, my most popular and probably, my favorite segment to make across the board. I did miss my podcast making last week. I try to make one of these a week, but as I said before, I am still in the real world, still running a very busy clinic, so I can stay ahead of the game and continue to practice and know what's going on. I hate when people are out there trying to teach and train people that haven't been in the game for a long time. They have no fucking clue about what's going on. On the last episode, I tried not to swear at all. Didn't go well. I fell off. So I will be using my swear button just a little bit today. If that offends you, then don't listen. So let me read this question. It was really good. And once again, I appreciate you guys sending these questions in. I love answering them. I love connecting and talking with people all over the country, all over the world that are trying to do better, trying to up their game and want to take it to the next level. So as always, if you want to send those questions in, go ahead. All the information is in the show notes below. Let's read it. It's a little long, but hey, I like long questions. So I have several clients who always want to engage me in conversations about politics or whatever nonsense is going on in the world. I try my best to redirect the conversation, but they don't seem to take the hint and continue to push the issue. I really want to keep the highest level of professionalism in my business, and quite frankly, I could care less about hearing from them complain. I find myself dreading when these clients are on my schedule and would love to just not have to treat them anymore, but can't take the hit financially or losing the income. How do I properly handle these issues without upsetting them and losing them as a client? Thank you for sending that in. I'm going to try my best to answer this to the best of my ability and make it quick too, because you don't want to listen to me ramble on for a long time. So, yeah, there's lots of craziness going on in the world. It continues to get worse and worse. We are divided. We are polarized. Everybody has an opinion. Internet makes everyone smarter than they can be, and people just want to have confrontation. Yeah, weird. So I follow an ancient philosophy. I kind of say it's like my religion. I've talked about it before on past podcasts, but it's called Stoicism. The idea behind Stoicism is very simple. The only thing truly in your control is your thoughts and your actions. There's a lot of other things that aren't in your control. And another core tenet of Stoicism is the idea that you don't have to have an opinion on everything. A mentor once said to me, he goes, opinions are like assholes and everybody's got one. Exactly. This is the problem with the never-ending news cycle. Just constant information in our face. People want to be informed and stay up to date, and we never know what the hell's really going on. And I saw this too, pre-COVID versus post-COVID. Pre-COVID, there was boundaries. Post-COVID, there's no boundaries. You've got people asking about your personal health information. If you've been vaccinated across the board, no boundaries across the board whatsoever. And it's just like a freaking free-for-all out there, and people feel like they can say whatever the fuck they want to say. They can be assholes. They can hide behind the internet. It's crazy. It's like the fucking wild, wild west out there. Another thing I want you to understand is just because somebody pays you money does not mean you have to take their shit. We end up doing this a lot. We're like, oh, well, I don't want to piss them off because they won't come in and I'm worried and I don't have a lot of clients and I don't want to make them mad. So you kiss their ass and you just continue to appease this behavior and you let them act like a screaming fucking child that causes a lot of issues. And once again, just because somebody paid you money does not mean you have to deal with their bullshit and their nonsense. That drives me into the other idea. Scarcity mindset. This was in the question. I am afraid to lose them. Times are tough. Inflation's here. Cost is going up. I am afraid to lose them. And I see this really bad, especially in the massage therapy field. You know, I have talks with people all the time, and they want to implement my system. They want to go to a shorter treatment time. They want to go to a more functional based treatment time, but they're so afraid that their current clients won't go for it. They're spoiled. They're used to it. They're afraid of change, and I don't want to do that. And I'm like, do you live in a big city? You don't think there's more people around you that you can help? You know, we tend to think the clients we have are the only ones we're ever going to have. And that's not the case. You know, you're stuck in that scarcity mindset and you're afraid of losing them. Instead, switch to that abundance mindset. Like, hey, there's a lot of other people out there that need my stuff that would actually come in if I'm really awesome at what I do. But hey, I digress. I'm not going to make the whole podcast about this. So how do I deal with these things like discussing politics or social issues? Honestly, I don't talk about them because I don't have enough time to just shoot the shit and bullshit. We don't do hour-long treatment sessions. I do 15-minute treatment sessions that get to the fucking point. They are in there to solve a problem and get it fixed. And I want to do it as effectively and as clean as possible. So we have 15 minutes to treat someone. People are like, oh, you could never possibly get anything done. Yeah, I can, because what you take to do in an hour, I break it up into 15-minute slots and I get the person 5 to 7% better per visit. It's more effective. It's better for everyone. And I'm not stuck in there trying to fill fucking dead air with some asshole that thinks they're informed because they watched some video and just wants to like put me into a corner and instigate me into like telling my political views or my vaccination status or how I feel about that. Like, I don't have time for that. People are coming in to get their problem solved. And that's what I do. I have 15 minutes to focus, get down to it, and I don't have time to make small talk and shoot the shit with people, because honestly, the more small talk you do, the more it puts you into an inferiority complex with the client. Because honestly, people that talk and talk and talk and talk, they're trying to hide something. At the end of the day, people want to see that you're sharp as a tack, you're enthusiastic as hell, and you're a true expert. And experts don't spend time bullshitting on small talk. So what are some action steps for you to like help avoid these problems? Number one is just be blissfully ignorant. That's what I do. I am blissfully ignorant. What does that mean? I don't consume the news. What I do is I check the news for 5 minutes every week on Saturday in the morning, and then I'm done. I really decrease my social media. I put the blockers on there. I have a rule, and I've talked about this in past podcasts, like use social media. Don't let it use you. I don't scroll. I don't go through any of that stuff. I don't look at stories. I don't look at all that kind of stuff. I just go in and put up information for my clinics, for my training, and then I'm done. Next is get to that idea. And I talk about this all the time, from being a service provider to a solutions provider. When you're providing a solution, you don't have time for small talk. You don't have time to just bullshit and make these people think that like you're their buddy or they're your friend. You can be nice to people, but you can also show them that you mean business. And re-emphasizing again, that scarcity mindset, get rid of that shit and go to abundance mindset and understand that you don't have to be afraid. There's more people out there that would actually come in and get treatment from you if you did it differently, if you did it more effectively, if you did it quicker, if you did it better. What I've been fucking trying to teach and show people across the board for the last 2 years. Anyone can make you feel better. Anyone can help you relax for an hour, but very few people can actually improve you functionally and fix your problem for good. I'm going to make a podcast about that down the road to help change your mind and your perspective. Next is just take control of the process and what you do visit by visit. I teach this process called Win the Room. And the idea behind Win the Room is we get right into it. When the person comes in, we don't say, hey, how you doing today? I say, hey, how's your neck doing today? And we jump right into it. If they're like, hey, did you see the newest movie? Or did you see this idiot politician? Or what's your thoughts on the vaccination or COVID stat? I'm like, I don't have time for that shit. I deflect that across the board. You are here to get your problem fixed, and I'm here to solve it. If you want someone that's just going to hang out and talk to you, go down to Massage Envy, go down to Hand and Stone, or go see a therapist, because I'm here to fix a specific problem, and I don't have time for the bullshit, and I don't have time for the small talk. Next, and this is probably the most important one, and I've learned this a lot over the years. Understand that if you are for everyone, you are for nobody. And it's okay if someone really rubs you the wrong way. They're just an asshole. They pry into your personal life. They want to stir you up and push your buttons. It's okay to tell those people to fuck off. It really is. You don't need that in your headspace. And you see that. You see these people, they're on your schedule and you dread it. And you're like, oh, I got to deal with this person today. And then what it does is it takes away your shine and your other interactions because you're just sucked dry by this person that's just talking about bullshit you don't want to talk about. So understand that. Work with the people that you want to work with, the people that want to be there, that want to get their problems solved and their problems fixed. So that's all I got for you guys. So if you like the show, share it. We're getting downloads from all over the place, which helps because I know you guys are sharing it with other people. Go grab the free training. I talk about the free training all the time. I put a lot of heart and soul into that because at the end of the day, I just want you to be a better practitioner and get people the care they need because the conservative care model is completely fucked. Chiropractors aren't doing shit. Physical therapists aren't doing shit. People need better care on the front end, and that is coming from the massage therapist, getting in there and doing a functional-based treatment and functional-based evaluations and helping people get out of pain so they can stay the hell away from the pain pills, injections, and surgeries. We recently just revamped our online training course. It's even more in depth than the free training. You can't take the online course till you've gone through the free training. So that's a good start if you're interested in that. Reach out with everything in the show notes. That really puts you on that path, like I talked about, to cutting your treatment times by 50%, which will cut your load back so you can help more people. Because at the end of the day, the purpose of a business is to solve problems and help as many people as possible. But if your body's fucked up, your mind's fucked up, you're stuck in scarcity mindset, you're not going to be able to grow. And lastly, and I can't say this more than anything, go out there and be great this week. The world needs more problem solvers. They need people that take true masterful approaches to their craft and help people get out of pain and function better. It's going to make the world a better place. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you on the next one. Bye. Thanks so much for listening. If you want help on the path to being able to double your income, all while working 50% less and being taken seriously as a healthcare provider, I have some great resources for you. Number one, get access to our free training modules and introduction to my system, the Peak Method. Number two, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Soft Tissue Revolution. Links to all of this can be found in the show notes. Lastly, if you like the show, please leave us a 5-star review and share it with others that you know it could help.